I thought we played a pretty good first period, to be honest. I thought the recipe was man-on-man team like that. We got to use the back of our net and try to bring pucks to the net and win the battles in front of their net. And we have to win the battles in front of ours. And it's unfortunate, I think, that we came out short tonight.
It looked like there was maybe a no call on Roman there in the second period. Is that kind of where the game's going there?
No, I mean, there's obviously a lot of game left. It's in the second period, but obviously when you're on the power play, they're sometimes a little bit more hesitant to give up a 5-on-3 on a tight game like that. Obviously, when you take somebody's legs out and it goes back the other side, 2-on-1 and back of the net, couldn't be a worse situation for us. It's unfortunate, but it's just part of the game. Adversity that every team goes through, I think.
You're back at it tomorrow. What do you think headed into Columbus now?
Yeah, I mean, the kind of a thing for us this year after our bad start was to win the week. And like past two games, we won the week. We got 3 out of 4. And today we start a new week and we lost the first one. So yeah, obviously we're going back on the road and we've got to find a way to win a hockey game and keep us in that race.
Yeah, I think the first period was pretty good, I thought. Pretty back and forth game, and I thought in second we kind of got away from our game a little bit, and they kind of dominated the second, had more looks, more chances, especially after rush. They're very dangerous, and I thought we had some looks in the third, but obviously couldn't get one.
On that power play in the second, it looked like you got tripped up. Did that kind of swing things the other way for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big goal. Obviously, I think it was 2-2 at the time, and they scored that third goal, and yeah, it was a big goal for them, and but we had our looks in the third, and we just couldn't capitalize.
Was that as bad as it looked in terms of how it came up behind you?
What the trip? I mean, I thought it was a trip. I felt pretty hard, but stuff happens out there. Stuff happens fast. It's not easy. It happens fast for us. It happens fast for everyone. I certainly make a lot of mistakes out there. So yeah, things happen. That's not why we lost. We had a lot of other things that we can do better, and we had our looks in the third. And like I said, that stuff happens and kind of evens itself out throughout the year.
When you have a quick turnaround, going out and playing again tomorrow, what are some quick adjustments that you think the team can make that they can kind of reset everything tomorrow night?
Well, I think we're playing a similar team tomorrow, like a team that's good off the rush, and I think you saw it tonight. We got scored on twice off the rush, and I think those are some things we can correct. And I thought in zone we played pretty well defensively, and but yeah, when you play these fast teams that are good off the rush, you got to make sure we come back and we kind of don't give up too many out-man rushes.
Obviously, every game is important, but there's 2 games left until the trade deadline. How big are these next 2 for you guys?
Yeah, they're big. I mean, it's a big week for us. It's we're right there, fighting for a playoff spot, and we want to get in that wild card spot. And yeah, I think every game going forward here, and especially this week, is huge.
Roman, do you feel like the team's done enough to be able to see this out the rest of the season with the guys you have?
I think so. Yeah, I think we obviously didn't have a great start, but we battled back. We battled hard, and I think we played some really good hockey the last 30, 40 games, and it's a great group of guys, and I love being part of this team. We work hard as a team, and we play for each other, and yeah, obviously I think all of us would love to just keep going with this group.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was another playoff type game. I think a lot of them are going to be like that from here on out. I thought good first period. I felt like we were in the ozone quite a bit. I think kind of got away from us a little bit in the second, and then obviously had a good push in the third. But it's tight right now. Margins are tight. That's another tight game. Like I said, playoff type game. So we're going to see a lot of those types. We just got to find a way to get 2 points.
What did you see on the play that looked like a no call on Roman Josi? Did you think that looked like a trip?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say, but I think everyone kind of saw the same replay. I think we would have liked to see that called, obviously, but yeah, I think everyone saw the same replay.
It's a huge momentum swing, though, to power play up to a shorthanded goal right back. Do you guys kind of feel that?
Yeah, it's tough. Even for myself personally, you're just seeing red there for a little bit. You know, the emotions get the best of you. I think, you know, in the intermission, you know, it was important for us to kind of regroup and refocus on the game. I mean, we're not going to change what happened in the past, but yeah, I mean, moments like that, you know, you can, you know, you can just become overcome with emotion a little bit. So I think that's a learning lesson for us. I think just kind of staying even keeled and just focusing on what we can control.
Not sure if you're aware of this, but I think you lead the team in assists now at 37. Is something different this year that has just like clicked for you? Is it like the guys you're playing with? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. Definitely guys I'm playing with. You know, I played a good chunk of the year with, you know, whether it's Stammer, Factor, Halsey, Phil, whatever, you know, some guys that have been around a long time and put up some really impressive numbers, some talented players. So I think that's definitely got a big part of it. I think just the confidence and, you know, getting into a rhythm and just feeling, you know, good about your game night in and night out. Confidence is just so key in this league. And, yeah, just being able to build off of that and just feeling good about your game and just knowing that you can have a positive impact, you know, every game. I think that's been key for me as well.
With the trade deadline obviously coming up, I mean, I know guys in the room are aware of this. Is there a vibe in the room that you guys have done enough to be able to get past this with the group you have and to see this through? Yeah,
I think, you know, that's another thing that's kind of all we can control right now is winning games. You know, we keep, you know, we win games, we keep climbing in the standings, getting points. That's what we can control, and, you know, if we do that, you know, I think there's a good chance that the team's going to stick together. But, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little bit of a stressful time of the year for everyone. I think, you know, I heard Josi saying it, that, you know, we've come a long way. We've been through a lot as a group, and, you know, we've clawed really hard to get back to this position where, you know, we're right on the cusp of it. So, obviously, the group wants to stick together more than anything and just have a good push to end the season here.
Brunette, you know, obviously there's a lot of moments in the game. Does it feel like that no call on Roman was kind of the big swing point for the game?
Obviously the timing of it, yeah, and not the reason we lost the game. It was just, you know, to me, the game was lost in the second period with, you know, losing those puck battles that ended up on that goal. Turned too many pucks over in that area, in those areas, and it got us. They're a really good rush team. We fed it. Yeah, it was disappointing because the effort was there. There was a lot of good in that hockey game. There was just some bad at different stretches, and they had that type of team that they can make you pay the price.
You mentioned there's still a lot of good in that hockey game, even though you didn't score good points. Are you seeing consistently from this team what you believe you need to see from them to continue this playoff push? Yeah,
I mean, the will, the desire, the want is all there. There's some parts of our game that just gets a little slippery, and we're having a hard time understanding that. So we've done a really good job for the most part. It got away from us a little bit in that second period, and you saw what our team looks like in the first and third, and a little bit of second, and looked like our team.
You just referenced, you know, sometimes you're forgetting those moments. Like, is it the same guys making similar mistakes, or is it just everyone making mistakes at different times? Is it a single group of people, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a team. We're not going to single anybody out, so I'll just say as a team, yes, we're making the same kind of mistakes, and we know better. We just kind of lose ourselves here once in a while.